You said that you're, Professor, you're experimenting with like developing apps and programs on Ethereum?
Not on Ethereum yet, because I'm just learning regular
Coding and
Java coding, and then next year I'm going to move on to JavaScript, which is similar to Solidity, which is the language that Ethereum is kind of based on. They're adding more languages and stuff now, like Python-based language, but JavaScript is a big language for cryptocurrency. But yeah, to answer your question, I'm gradually getting into that because I would love to develop stuff on Ethereum.
Yeah, of course. Is it, I don't know, like, was it worth it?
I had a friend that made an app.
Oh, yeah.
It was a calculator, and like it only knew like plus and minus. That's it, and it crashed like every year. Like it can only do one math problem, and that's it. It'll crash. They're like that was like him developing, learning how to fucking make an app.
Alright guys, next meeting, see you.
Alright,
But
see ya.
there's a course I guess, 500 teaching you like the developing as far as
So online?
yeah, dude, it has some good reviews on it too. I was gonna ask you about
I got this weird free code thing too before class, and I was like, okay. From T-Mobile Tuesday.
it. Really?
Yeah, it was like I can get a free class. I don't know where though.
Yeah, I'm starting to do Android development now.
The free online course from Sean
Yeah.
Academy.
So I'm still just in my like basic coding, like I know HTML and what's the other one? Or just literally just basic.
CSS.
Yeah, CSS.
Yeah.
Where are you taking classes?
Seminole State College. Just like the
Well,
ones.
online?
Most of them I take online, but some of them I take in person. But I mean, there's a lot of resources for learning programming for free online and from other places. So
Yeah, like what's one that I usually use? It's Khan Academy.
Yeah, I found
Yeah.
I'm reading a textbook that I found that's really good, but it's for C++.
yeah, eventually I want to do Java and then full stack web development like with JavaScript, and then after that I might do C# or C++.
So, what would you say are some tips for say if someone were to have a decent amount of money to throw into cryptocurrency? What would you say is like the best thing to do? Like break it down in a way.
This guy's got good questions. This is not official advice.
Yes.
But what I would do, I'll phrase it like that. What I would do is what I've already done. I would put most of my holdings in Ethereum. Actually, and now in hindsight and seeing what's happening now, I would wait until the next Bitcoin dip, and I would buy a little bit of Bitcoin too.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting on.
Because Bitcoin, I mean, say even if Bitcoin goes to 8,000 by the end of the year, it'll probably crash back down to 5,000 at some point, and then I would buy a couple Bitcoin or something. But overall, I would buy a bunch of Ethereum, and then I would get OMG, I would get 10x.
We're all set on Ethereum.
You were
Yeah,
saying
Ethereum's the thing, because
Everybody's gonna get
a lot of the other tokens that I would recommend to myself would be based on Ethereum anyways. So 10x
Okay.
Paycard tokens are based on Ethereum. Golem
I
project,
get what
which
you're
is
saying.
decentralized computing power, is based on Ethereum. So I think we'll talk more about those in the future, but the main point is, yeah, just I would get that Ethereum and Bitcoin. Those are the main two.
Well, I dropped 300, 200, 100.
I remember back in like June or July,
Yeah, I was thinking.
I heard that Ethereum mining for like individuals was going to not be feasible by the end of the year. I don't know if that. Do you know if that's still the case or not?
It is. So they're moving from proof of work to proof of stake.
Mhm.
So proof
Oh,
of
yeah, that's what it was.
yeah. So proof of work is mining, and proof of stake is it's going to be unminable at some point. I'm not sure if that's going to happen by the end of the year. I actually think it's supposed to, with the second release of Metropolis, which is
This is more than good.
But yeah,
So what happens once?
Well, it just means like I over summer I was I had a miner set up on my computer so that way like basically it was just running constantly, and like you would get, I got like 0.1 of an Ethereum, and then I said this isn't worth it because my computer was like, I was afraid it was gonna die. But like, you need like a certain amount to be able to like put it into your wallet. So yeah, I don't have quite enough to put into my wallet, so I have to like, if I want to go back and like finish mining it, I have to do that soon.
Yeah.
Otherwise it's gonna not be possible anymore.
So with that being said, what was it called again? I'm sorry, like not being able to mine it anymore, or was?
Yeah, it's gonna move from proof of work to proof of stake.
So exactly, so proof of stake, what happens after that? Like where does the ether come from? Does it just like, that's it, there's no more to like make? Or is it just like, it's like the set number stops like this year, so this is what I'm saying.
Oh, I know what they're talking about.
I think there's not gonna be any more made.
We're talking about like the chat on the site, like on some other shit. Like,
What site is that?
either.
Oh. So yeah, you can see, it's kind of obvious how that might increase the price.
Yeah, but
Because if it becomes unmineable and there's no more Ethereum created, then it's gonna be reverse inflationary.
And
It's where the value's gonna go up instead of
And
down.
that crazy drop that happened over summer, that was because weren't some of the mining companies like mining empty chains or something?
Are you talking about when Ethereum crashed
When
to
it crashed.
zero for like
Well,
5 seconds?
I know that happened because something messed up and somebody accidentally sold like 1 million
Yeah.
Ethereum for like $1 each or something. But no, when there was another drop, it went down to like $100 or something back in summer as well. And I thought I heard that it was about like some companies were like, or some of the mining groups were having people mine things that had already been mined, so no work was happening. But like, so Ethereum was like artificially inflating, and then it ended up like dropping because of that. I don't know if I was understanding it correctly at the time or not.
I never heard of that. What you might be referring to is all the ICOs. So all of these new projects that come out, they do ICOs. You heard of this?
I don't think so. I was into this like a few months ago, but then like I kind of stopped when classes got crazy. So
Oh man.
now you're like, man,
Uh,
I should have.
yeah.
Yeah, if only you would have got some more. But
Right.
so these ICOs, which are initial coin offerings, like in the stock market they have IPOs, which are initial public offerings. In crypto they have ICOs, which are initial coin offerings, which is when a company does their crowdfunding. So they're like, okay, everybody can buy our tokens for this price, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I've seen
And
that.
they raise millions of dollars in less than a day.
Like
A
say when
lot,
like a
typically.
company goes like public.
Yeah, yeah. And so it's when they release their tokens. And so all of those projects, people buy the new tokens with Ether. And so that was, maybe not artificially, but that was deflating the price of Ethereum, I think, because all of those companies are getting hundreds and thousands of Ethereum, and then to get US dollars or whatever to feed their family, they gotta cash out their Ethereum for US dollars, right? And so you had all of these people, all of these companies from the ICOs getting a bunch of Ether and then dumping it back in and cashing it out, you know? So I think that might have been devaluing it. That's probably not what you're talking about, but I never heard about that. But there was a huge dip when Ethereum went down to 150 or 200 bucks because there was fake news that Vitalik had died.
When was this? This was
Really?
more
It
recently?
was a few months ago, yeah. There's this fake news came out that Vitalik had died, and it was a rumor, and so the price went down a lot. And then he actually released a picture of himself with the current block on the blockchain to prove that he was still alive.
Crazy.
This is crazy.
Rumors.
Crazy shit.
Rumors.
Yeah,
Looking at the
Strong.
troll box.
It's just
They're
like,
strong.
it's like people are like literally like
Disgusting.
developing the internet right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, one guy was just having a problem with just like trying to get Ethereum on his computer, and he couldn't figure out.
Yeah, so you were talking about the dark web or the deep web with the Tor browser. There's an Ethereum browser, which is the Mist browser. There might be
Yeah,
another one
that's
too.
what-
Yeah, that's what he was talking about.
Yeah, so you can actually download that and play with Ethereum on your computer and start to make dApps or like download
Yeah.
decentralized apps and use them. there's a test net and different stuff. I haven't started to do it yet, which I should.
Yeah,
It looks crazy. Yeah, it looks crazy because people are actually in here answering the questions too. Like, it's like a community of people like developing the internet.
That's one of the great things about Ethereum is the community. And that's what you want to look for when you invest in a project too, if and when you get into the smaller projects, is look for their community and news that's coming out, and are they creating a good community? How positive is it? What kind of news they got coming out? What are their people like? Ethereum's dope.
You said IOTA is another like
Yes.
sleeper.
I just figured out, I was actually in the super chat in Crypto's live stream, and I was like, yo, how do I buy IOTA in the US? And somebody else in the chat gave me Binance.com. And so I signed up for Binance. I'm about to buy some IOTA later today.
What is that like? What?
It's 50 cents right now.
Okay. What is his name? My name?
Yeah, Binance.com.
Like finance, but
Yeah, like finance, but with a video thing. Yeah!
And someone just hit you up with like, yo, go on finance.
Yeah. Lebanon Central Bank bans cryptocurrency. Oh, what a shame. I can't use my crypto in fucking Lebanon. All these fools are shooting themselves in the foot, man, by banning crypto. They're just putting themselves further behind. Oh, IOTA's 40 cents right now.
Won't buy this.
Excuse me.
Yeah. What, finance.com?
Yeah, I think so.
Them shit's low key, is land showing in Google.
Oh, yeah, I was trying to find it for a minute.
Yeah, it's just low key, you actually gotta go to the site. They have an ad running for some reason.
I don't know if I should keep this on the video.
I never
Put me
trust
on
that.
that.
Yeah, why are they running on that?
Yeah, I had trouble finding it when I Googled it. It didn't come up.
It
This looks like it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Be careful though.
Yeah, I know.
There's fake sites that try to emulate crypto sites to steal your shit.
And this is good, right? The .com, finance.com. Ain't no crazy different shit.
There's no little extra.
Yeah, no I.
That looks right. The mobile version looks different than the PC version. So I don't look that on my computer.
And then I was on here, you said?
Yeah.
Oh shit, you're right.
Oh, that's one thing you guys should watch. I'm gonna show you so you know what to look for. But
Can you use US dollars or you gotta use either to buy on
you gotta use Ether or Bitcoin.
it's
There's an
wild.
interview.
Wild. That just shows you that like it's indefinitely
There's a gap.
gonna go up.
Yeah.
Like you're using a certain currency to buy it.
All right. Yo, so watch, it's almost an hour long, but when you have time, watch this interview on YouTube. David Sonstebo, IOTA interview. Just search for IOTA interview, it's the first one that came up. But this hour-long interview, it will blow your fucking mind. This guy's talking about IOTA. Once you listen to that, you will understand why I'm saying that IOTA is the shit. He just he lays it out, bro. I almost cried. It's brilliant.
What's that?
Add to my watch later list. Thanks YouTube for that.
Yeah, that watch later is clutch.
Was it the first one?
Yeah, the first one.
Is this the, okay.
That's it, yeah. Yeah, it's nice too because it's low key. It's only 27,000 views. That's low key.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know about that shit.
I told you IOTA got some bad press, but it's brilliant.
We're like dirt broke and like when we're 25, we check our app, it's like fucking like millions of dollars. Like, what
Show me the day. That's what I'm telling you. You just wait. Like one country.
They
just
got
needs to
us
put money. One country just needs to throw in money. One country, one community, one celebrity just needs to say something about either of us. Like, it's just gonna blow up. Yeah, dude, imagine.
Imagine if we said somebody or anybody said somebody, yo, buy it right now. You know how loyal fans are, bro? They're
Yeah,
gonna buy
it's
it right
crazy.
now.
It's
You know what the fuck it
You're
is?
just gonna build a following and be like, yo, buy this.
And they're like, they'll cop.
Yeah, they'll think about it, because that's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's building us as a following, and he's talking to us about it, and we're like, we should really think about this.
I mean, it's happened.
We're in the same way.
It's his currency.
High key IOTA, this guy made it, it's not going.
It's his YouTube channel and everything.